Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of wash and assembly on the Scout Troopers, and then we're going to be working on Clan Wren. Hello, Michelle.
It's a trap!
Hey, Sojan. Hope the sound is good on you guys' end, or at least a quick sound check, I'll say. All right. Glad to hear it. All right. Well, yeah, just figured I'd save this wash process a little bit for the stream, and then I will go, while this is drying, I'm just going to go right into the next box of minis for Michael, which is going to be Clan Wren. All right, sweet. Thanks, Delayed Capture. Hope everybody has had a good Wednesday. Or at least as good as a Wednesday can be. Because it's hump day! That's not shining my eyes so much. Working on the Christmas card. Good. Alright, good. Glad to hear Free Guy was hilarious. I need to sit down and watch that. Post progress on the personal Twitter. Alright, yeah. Look forward to seeing it. Actually, I should, after you're done with that, I should almost hit you up for like a little goblin me that I can have as an emoji on my chat, which I think I added a few things into chat for subscribers to use. Alright, and here comes Muse's Touch. Flopping on in. Thanks for swinging by, as always, for Zig Giblin double feature. Flopping, schlopping, whatever you want to call it. Moistily approaching, musily, bartling, I don't know.
It's a trap!
See, I knew I'd get good mileage out of that one. Hey, Kiko. Slorping on in. Yeah, I can call you fat. A fish flops, so... Well, yes, for other verbiage, flopping means something impressive, Kiko. We'll just go there in the first 4 minutes of the stream, why don't we? Yeah, now my mind went completely where Kiko was going, and I'm thinking of that one scene from South Park when they're trying to make Cartman say bad words. I feel like a Walworth kind of scoots. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I play Bobgle. It's a Word game. Ah. Yeah, and in my group of friends, like, all of us had said just had spectacular screw-ups on the English language. Like, one of my buddies was trying to say, and I have to slow down to say it, he was trying to say, use the speed boost to get through, and he just goes, use the spood beast. And, yeah, that's now become a thing, and I have to slow down, too, to say Terminators, and, yeah, because otherwise it was Terminators. Yeah, I forgot to pay the mouth bill. Yeah, the Spood Beast. So it's now just become a thing where, you know, there's Dreadnops, there's Terminators. Well, you got to keep the Spood Beasts out of your Terminator patches. Stuff like that. So, got this at my favorite local gaming store, and actually that was part of the reason why I was gone Monday, Carol, was because I was taking my dad to my favorite local gaming store, which is the best paint selection in Omaha. Actually, it's a pretty dang good paint selection for most hobby stores, because they have 4 lines of paint there, which I don't think many other stores can boast that. So, kind of an unboxing. Oh yeah, and then there's, well, I'll just throw these around too. A few of the data cards, stuff like that. Their name is Geek Room. And I'll even go as far as to tell you streets off of 180th and Pacific. Well, yeah. I'd much rather go to that gaming store than just hang out on a stream. Even if it is use or Michael's stream. Ugh. Alright, you know what? I think I got plenty. I don't need all these brushes out right now. You do the same in a heartbeat, and I know it. Plus, then, I get to talk to Missy, which she's one of the owners of the store, and both her and her husband actually have painting spots. They have their own painting stations behind the counter for them. Oh, I'll see what I can do, but I'm not gonna... I'll see if I can get a little something. And where are my other clippers? Chris, where'd you put my clippers? I just felt like calling you. Yeah, Sojan, where'd you put my clippers? There they are. Why'd you put them there? Oh, that sucks, Muse. Well, you didn't hide them well enough. Oh, and actually, I need to glue this on quick whilst I'm thinking about it. And then we'll get to putting together some of Clan Wren tonight. Oh, well, this is for about... Come on. There we go. This is for 6 minis worth of... And I'll show the instructions, too, as I'm going about. Since I know a few people in here have put together minis before. And actually, Delayed Capture says, well, go ahead and show this, because not a lot of people put together this kind of stuff, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's not glue my finger to this strap. Or together. Almost did there. Okay, so a lot of pieces here. It can look... How many sprues were for Belisarius' Call? I think there were 4 sprues, about similar in size for one miniature. Alright, real quick, I'm just moving these guys out of the way so I can kind of spread some of this other stuff out. So, as you can see, like, yeah, there you go. You guys can kind of see that. Yeah, there were a lot of pieces for Call. Yeah, and I know I didn't finish all of Inferno Squad, but I'm just going to do that off camera. But yeah, see, like here's all the parts for one guy. And then here's a part, there's 2 options, but I know Michael will want, or at least I assume he will want the named character rather than just a Mandalorian trooper. And then there's another Mandalorian trooper. And then a few more here. And as you can see, like here, there's like little numbers for parts. So that way, when I put them together, I know, okay, like here I need E01, E04, E02, 3, stuff like that. So there's 2 named characters in this, and then a Beskar duelist. So there's Ursa Wren, there's Tristan Wren, there's the Beskar duelist, and then just some Mando troopers. So I think I may start with Ursa Wren, just to put her together. I mean, I'll probably work through most of them on this stream tonight, so I won't really need my cleaning pot. Yeah, they are really neat looking. And looking at how another YouTuber I used to watch and actually was a patron of for a while was Sarastro, how he painted these up. Okay, see, and here, I'll try and do a close-up here. Yeah, see, there's like these little numbers here by each of the pieces. So that's how I can determine what pieces I need and which ones are correct. Hey, let's not have my glue spill all over the place. So, if we're going to build Ursa Wren, I need E01 and E02. So see right here, I got E01, and then just taking the clippers. Yeah, these are very intricate, and actually, wow, some of these armor pieces here, like, that's free-floating in through here. So, that's pretty intense. So, just, again, being very careful when we trim these off. And then, let's see. Yep, and then here's the legs. Let's just hope none of these just go spanging off like they want to at times when you trim them. Just, yeah, some of these smaller pieces, like I tend to, I know this will be a phrasing thing, I tend to cup it so that way when I clip, it doesn't go flying away into the distance, ne'er to be seen again. Because I've lost, yeah, fire off like a spring, yeah. Or like when you're taking the tire off my van that one time and just curse pang.
Moist.
And then always with pieces like these, I've learned in my, yeah, good. From my days of building Warhammer stuff, I always do at least one dry fit just to make sure that the pieces fit together appropriately and that I won't have any unseemly or any troublesome gaps that I'll have to deal with. And as you can see, like when I put this together here, that, yeah, there's a line there, but that's a seam line, and that'll be easy enough to fix Yeah, cup 'em good, Michelle. Cup 'em good. And sometimes I use super glue sometimes, or I use this stuff. It actually melts them together, which for some of these pieces I may end up still doing that just to be sure that they stay together well enough. So just a dollop, if you will, of super glue. Yeah, Kiko, I'll actually send you the Facebook page of my gaming store that I like to go to. So that way you could swing by and visit them if you wanted. Oh, expletive deleted. I think I was supposed to put the legs in first. Yep. Okay. Whew. Okay, pried that apart. Okay, yeah, this just made this a lot more interesting, putting her together. Okay. But again, I still caught it early enough that it wasn't a problem to pry it apart. Again, dry fitting. See? Always dry fit. No moist fitting here. Only dry fitting.
Hey, phrasing!
Ah, there we go. Of course, now this is one of those times where the super glue won't stick immediately.
Phrasing!
Oh, yep, see. Fun. Yep. And of course, I think I had to choose the hardest one to put together to start with. But hey, what's a stream without a little bit of challenges, right? One of my least favorite parts is this right here, but hey, it needs to be done. Let's see here. There we go. But yeah, one of my least favorite parts of some of this is putting it together. But I do try and factor that into the price when people want to commission me for stuff like this, because if it's a kit like this, that means I have to assemble it. And as you can see, it takes some time. And gluing my fingers to the model, too. But I'm so used to it too, though, from the days of playing Warhammer. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to kind of try to hold you into place while I just get the torso on there. There we go. Well, I know if I try to do that, I'd get no glue on the mini, instead all of it on my fingers. Yeah, and I already have a nice scaly spot just from tonight's stuff, which it'll eventually peel off. Alright. And we can go ahead and glue on her jetpack too, so that won't be in the way of anything. So E13. But yeah, least favorite part of it. Though, in the past though, because of Warhammer, it actually has gotten me comfortable with kit bashing. Well, I just did twice, so... yeah, Muse said, who doesn't glue their fingers to their minis? I guess people who don't build minis don't glue their fingers to their mini? I don't know. So yeah, there's that. I'll have to kind of trim some of the sprue stuff off of the feet a little bit. And there's two different poses. Just looking, and I'm gonna go with the one where the one of the blasters is pointing out, so that way. Okay. So then that will be. I use these, and they are slightly spring-loaded, but as you can see, they don't pop open like with a lot of force unless I do that. So, but yeah, to trim, I'll just use an X-Acto knife and just kind of cut and scrape with the flat of the blade, just to get rid of a few mold lines and whatnot. Okay. Let's see here, so I don't want this going all over the place. I'll do that. E12 and E11. Of course, why would they leave the visor, put the visor on the helmet? So I'll have to glue that on. Yeah, because you see, visor isn't even on the helmet. So why make it easy, right? At least one of these arms will definitely go on. Maybe I'll ask Michael if he wants. I want to ask him if he wants the options, but I don't want to ask him if he wants the options. Does that make sense? Okay, so I need E05. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the days of when I used to build like Lego sets too. Oh, I don't need E05. I need E08. Womp womp. Yeah, reminds me when I used to build Lego sets. And then I'd have to, cross-reference what pieces I'd need. Stuff like that. I think my parents still have a fair share of me and my brothers still at their house. They still have almost all of the instructions for them too. We had like some of the old Knight's Castle stuff when it was first starting to come out, so I know that's probably worth something to somebody. But it's worth a lot to my parents, so they're not selling it. Sometimes blowing on these will help the glue dry a little bit, and also, as Andy said in my video, you blow on them for good luck too. This might be here just a little bit holding this one because of course it's being quite difficult. Go. So there's how this pose is turning out already. Yeah, actually I'll show you how I'll trim just a little bit. Just trimming off a little bit like that. And before anybody tries to say anything about cutting away from myself, I have better muscle control and I'm barely putting any force on this at all. So I've done worse to myself on purpose. Okay, so then we will just go ahead and glue this one on the base. I know. I mean, what I could do too is just put a protective layer of glue on my thumb before I even start the stream. So that way I'd cut into the glue rather than... Besides, I've used that blade so much, it's getting so dull. Yeah. Alright. Let's go with Tristan Wren now. We'll make this guy next. Though, I'm not going to put him on his flying base until after I prime him. Because otherwise that's a whole nother shebang to covering that up. Okay. And again, I think we're working on this same sprue box. At this one? Or at the instructions? Okay. Here it is so far. And then here's the potential helmet that I'll be using. Yeah, that puts it into perspective how tiny the head is on this. All right. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I know this isn't as action-packed and painty as some of my normal streams are, but hey, this is still part of the hobby that I don't think many people see or realize what all goes into it when you assemble them. Because a lot of times I know I've just come on with, hey, here's the fully assembled miniature and I've primed them. So, as you can see, I've cut out a lot of steps off camera. So, and again, we're going to dry fit. Well, yeah. Okay, and then it looks like... See, now I've learned, and I'm testing the legs too as I'm going. Alright, that one will fit nicely there. And that one will fit nicely there. Okay, so on this one, I can just glue the torso together and then attach the legs. Actually, I love it. Okay, I love it when they do something like this, because like this, you can't see... I don't know how well you can see that. 'Cause where this is, and then where the holster goes and everything, you can't see the seam on the leg because it's in a natural spot where the holsters are. So that's one less thing for me to fill or deal with. Yeah, see, like this is in a natural seam, like where the leg's bending. And again, he has a holster back here. So, yeah, that makes it a little less of a pain to deal with mold lines. What would I use? Either green stuff or this Vallejo plastic putty, which has... I actually... Yeah. See, Michelle, I actually got the one that Michael has, where it has the long filler tube, as it were, just to get in there. But yeah, I've used this it gap fills, and then I can just kind of smooth it out. Yeah, actually got this off of Amazon. Really nice. Because I had... Let's see, where's my old bottle of that? Yeah. Right here, which... It works, but it's not as nice of, you know... Doesn't have as nice of an applicator. Works on some bigger models if I want to use sculpting tools. But... Actually, yeah, here, I'll show you. Yeah, smooth it while it's still wet, and then it actually hardens up pretty good. I don't know, I could show you something that I've been using it on, but it might be kind of a secret thing, and it's actually what I'd be painting for Michael's contest. So I could show you, but it would give away the surprise. So maybe I'll just leave it at that and just be a tease. Okay, no spoilers. I won't even paint it on stream either. And I'll just say this much. It's a rare Reaper Mini, Michelle. It's a Reaper Mini, but it's not for sale. So I think I actually have, well no, one might now be for sale. But this one, it's not for sale, and I don't think it will be for quite some time, if ever. Yeah, but now you want more. So that's the part of it. That's the good part of it. I'm hoping you will too. You should just join the contest. Yeah, I need to wet the dries and then dry the wets and then wet the dries and then dry the wets. It's all quite simple, really. Or what was the one thing, I think you shared it with me, Kiko, or someone did, where when I paint, I always remember BDSM. It's basing, basing, dry brushing, several more layers, and then the M was just kind of way out there. And it was Dark Eldar, of course. Yeah, base coat, dry brush. Shadows, more. There we go. Yep, always remember BDSM when you paint. Which, we should just start saying that in Michael's stream tomorrow, just to throw him off. F11 is next for the Yet pack. Oh yeah, and as you can see, some of these too actually have the rockets like Boba Fett did. Always remember BDSM when you paint. Base coat, dry brush, shadows, more. I think it's the 1 o'clock show. Yeah, that you love BDSM for painting. And yes, normally you don't want to twist things off the sprue, but like I just did, it's on a piece that won't be seen. It's actually an anchor point, so it really doesn't matter when you do that. Oh, for you, it would be... Yeah, twist. It would be 2 o'clock your time, Muse. It would be 1 o'clock my time. Ah! Trying not to glue my fingers. Yep, tomorrow is the earlier stream. Sorry about that. I'll keep. Or here's the thing, we'll keep saying it on his stream unless Reaper shows up. And then we'll be polite and stop saying it then. Oh boy, sorry. Right now, we will work on this Mandalorian trooper. And on some of these, I might leave the arms off initially just so I can paint the stuff on the... Oh. Hey, either Sojan or Delayed Capture, you want to kick the bot? Thank you. Yeah, there's the other. Yeah, you'll find it eventually. Yeah, hopefully that will be Monday's stream. Because I think until I get all of Michael's stuff done, I'm just going to go to all Star Wars Legion painting for the time being. So, hopefully should be Monday's stream, and maybe I'll have some of them done, or at least have some work done on them. But have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. That's where that fits. Yeah, as you can see too, a lot of these models too, there's actually going to be like hollow points in here. And I don't mean the bullets. Yeah, they're hollow in there. That. Yeah, the pew pews. So yeah, this is also a very big part of putting these models together. That's very much still an avid anime watcher. Not near as much as I have been in the past. Or I'll say I've been watching a lot of the new Netflix stuff, if that counts. Like Castlevania, Blood of Zeus. And then, of course, the new Star Wars Visions stuff, which, heyo, that all was pretty awesome. It started strong, and I didn't like some of the last 2 episodes of it. If you've watched it at all, Kiko. I mean, yeah, the fights and everything were awesome in all of them, but just, I don't know, they started so strong, and the last 2 were just kind of meh, and kind of just weak, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to be like Skinner and just looking down on them just going, pathetic. Because I know I could not draw any of that as well. Okay. C09. Heard they're fixing 7 Deadly Sins, moving away in the censored Korean. Okay, well, I mean, honestly, I gotta say, about time, because, when you're dealing with the 7 Deadly Sins and one is lust, and at most it's kind of cutesy anime high school crush type stuff. Yeah, time to not do that. Or here's how I trim sometimes too, is I scrape like that to trim stuff off, and it kind of shaves off mold lines without gouging the model, as it were. Check out Dr. Stone. Okay. I will add it to the list, but I've still got to sit down and just watch The Wire with delay capture at some point. In that magical land of, we've got time. I have not used fine sandpaper, or I have on some metal miniatures, just to kind of sand down some stuff there. Because, yeah, that's always fun dealing with mold lines on pewter miniatures. Okay, let's see. C07. I feel a little glue here when I try to straighten this finger. It just feels sticky. Yeah. Sticky and or moist. So this one's looking a little bit that way. And sometimes I don't like to glue on the heads until I get the arms on because I kind of want them sometimes
Hey, phrasing!
looking in the way that they're. I feel like you get really good at putting together models about the time you're done with them. I am already feeling better about putting them together, but then again, you're talking to an old Warhammer buff, so putting together models is just part of the process. So, but yeah, with some of these smaller ones, yeah, I start feeling better about the time about 3/4, maybe half of the way done. But I've been putting together a few of these other models for Michael anyways. At least some of them were pretty simple, that they had certain joints that they could only go a certain way unless you would actually trim down the joints, and then you knew you were putting it in not the way they wanted you to. Okay, let's see how C05 looks on here. And let's turn it right side up to see the numbers. It's almost too bad. It's too bad Warboy isn't here, because he would just be going absolutely gaga over all of this right now. Yeah, I could put this one on and still be able to get a lot of it. How do they compare to Warhammer? Well, actually, here's a uncompleted Skitarii for Sojan's mech, his Mechanicus force, next to one of these Mandos. Now, for the new space, yeah, and actually here's the Necrons next to it. Their bases are bigger now, as you can see, but roughly about as tall. Though I will say, overall, well, crap, hard to actually say that. There is a little bit more detail on these models, but not much. At that point, you're splitting hairs. It depends on what you're building. See, look, here's one of those situations where the super glue just immediately sticks. and it's just like, why? Why does it immediately stick this time in? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, because some of the stuff for Legion, it's only meant to go together one way. So that makes it pretty dang easy and pretty nice to work with. Doesn't leave much room for customization, whereas with Warhammer stuff, it goes together. It's gotten better than it was in the past, and there's more room for customization, but sometimes you have to make it work if you really want a certain model to have a certain pose. So yeah, overall just a tad bit smoother with these, but there's not as much room for customization, if that makes any sense. I know it does for me. I don't know if it does for you guys. I think Sojan knows what exactly I'm talking about, though. Okay, good. Glad I'm making sense. Making sense to somebody. Let's see if this would make it. Yeah, that would make that chest. See, so what I'm going to do is not glue on this arm, because if I had my brush here, I could still get to here, but if I want to do any intricate stuff on the chest plate here, it would be kind of difficult, or I can only get it from a certain angle. So I'm not going to have this arm glued on, so that way I can get to the chest area. Okay. Alright, and actually, while that's drying, these guys, their washes are done. So I'm going to go ahead. You know what? It's almost to an hour. So I will probably just kind of call it here for now, because I'm at a decent stopping point. Don't want to do too much else unless, again, there's a clutch last second raid like last time, but I somehow doubt that, since I'm not painting a cute pumpkin, as they said on their stream, because I actually went back and watched their stream to see just what they said. Hello, True Potato Man. How are you? Just finishing up some assembly on some Mandalorian Clan Wren figures, and I was almost ready to sign off for the night, so sorry that you came in at this point, but hey, go ahead and subscribe if you or follow at least if you want, and I have all my links to Twitter and Facebook. Oh, well, thank you. Well, and I will be back on Monday painting these guys. Yeah, sub that sandwich. It is September, so if you really like what I do and feel like you want to support me, go ahead and subscribe as well. But, yeah, I'll be back on Monday painting Clan Wren. I'll have the rest of them assembled. I just figured it would make for a good stream so people could see what all goes into the process of putting these together. It's not a very neat stream to watch, but it's informative for some people. So, but unless people have any other questions, comments, or debate. Yeah, it was a fun goblin. Yeah, wow. It was a fun goblin double feature. I'm tripping over my words. I'm more tired than I thought. Good question. Need to hammer out when that joint double stream will be with Michael again. We don't know yet. It'll be once a month. So I don't. Yeah, it's definitely not this coming Friday. So probably in a couple weeks, I'm guessing. But we got to just hammer that out. So, yeah. Yeah, Fubble Goblins. I'm more tired than I thought right now. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the raid, Carol. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for coming in with that, and thank you for swinging by tonight. I know that they stream till about now, anyways, so I know it's Mondays and Wednesdays they stream as well. Yeah, so... Alright, now I'm signing off for real this time. I don't always like doing the check goodbyes, so... where I say goodbye for a half hour, but I've done it, and people have been a part of it. So, Jan, I'm looking at you. So, yeah, all right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for swinging by. I'll catch you again on the next stream, and just remember to keep painting.